Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Today is the Trent Valley Line DLC, day one. Happy to actually be doing this today. I usually have to wait to the weekends, but I was really waiting for this, so I really wanted to do this. So let's actually jump into the rundown and take a look at this. So as you can see, we are doing a couple of runs here. Uh, I don't want to be too late with this. I actually did work earlier and I'm a little exhausted, but I really wanted to get this in. So as you can see, we have two services. They're both 1S37, leaving from London Euston out to Glasgow. The first run, we will be starting on the London Euston to Milton Keynes in the class 390. And it's a 5:29 start departure. And then we will continue that journey, leaving from Milton Keynes out to Crewe. Just two small steps to making a full run out to Glasgow. Hopefully we can continue this once we get the Crewe to Preston route. And we'll see what else happens in the future from there. So that is the rundown for now. For now, we'll jump into the game. As you can see, I already started to get it loaded. And we will jump into the game here. Also had trouble getting this DLC to load once I downloaded it. So hopefully, fingers crossed, it will not crash again. Hope everyone has had a good day today. It is 9:40 p.m. where I am. It's probably even later in the UK. All right, so here we are in London Euston. We'll get our safety systems turned on. All right, and we'll enter the master key. Acknowledge AWS. Wait for a couple of alarms. We'll acknowledge the task as well. 2 beeps. We'll get the doors open. We will set our lights to bright. Make sure we're in day. There we go. GSMR is already set up. Departure is 1 minute from now. I really do not like these cameras. Okay, make sure that looks good. Glasgow Central. Next stop is Watford Junction, as you can see. 5:30 in the morning here. And I can't tell if this is a greenish tint on it or if that's just like an off-white look. I don't think it's on all the doors, but... oh, that door's green. And they lost me. But we'll get the doors closed here. There's no beep on my Train Sim World, in case you're wondering. Alright, doors are closed. And we are ready to depart. 25 leaving the platform here. Next stop is Watford Junction in 15 miles. I have been waiting for this DLC to come out. Well, not this particular one, but the Trent Valley line for such a long time. And I'm happily the day is here. I did want to jump into the 807, but I'll probably save that for Saturday, along with the 350 and some freight services, if possible. All right, next stop is Watford Junction. We have a 1.4% uphill gradient as we hit the X line and go underneath and transfer over to the other side. I'll get my ticker and overlay in. Thank you guys for joining me tonight. We can get up to 40 once we cross underneath here. There we go. I really do love driving this Pendo. And this is still my favorite DLC to play. I just love the amount of traffic that is on this particular DLC. Whether it's express services or local services. Plus you got the DC line. Still got some freight traffic in here. Don't want it to start yelling at me. Let's get the camera up. And we can get up to 55 once the back clears. And it should be 80 on the other side of this tunnel. $13 miles to Watford Junction. I really wish I had a 390 background. Right now we're seeing the 805. Like, I think it would be cool if I switched it up depending on which train I'm driving. Excuse me. All right, we can get up to 80 here. Not seeing too much traffic so far. This is the regular timetable. This is not the Evero timetable. I just feel like there's more traffic in this timetable than there is in the 805 one. So I always tend to lean more towards playing this one. as we pass Queen's Park. 12 miles to Watford Junction. 0.2% uphill gradient. As we go full beans, we get up to 100 here. And I just noticed this is not in the right spot. Tried to pick an early service. I think this is the absolute earliest service we can get that goes to Glasgow, because if we're going to do a full run, we need to leave pretty early, eventually anyway. I'll hop out here. I just love looking at Wembley. Particularly at nighttime. Just looks like a regular building in the daytime. As we get some tilt action here. .4 miles to Watford Junction as we approach Wembley Central. That is always empty. I just love the way this unit bounces. Only unit I think has a better bounce than this Pendolino would be my second favorite unit in America, which is the Arrow 3. Arrow 3 has a lot of bounce in it. .72 stock. .5 miles to Watford Junction. Just gonna let it coast for a minute. I believe it drops down to 110 once we get closer to Bushy. Hop out for a little bit. We'll get that off and snap a pick. Too fast to even catch up. We'll start braking here. 1.4 miles to Watford Junction. Doors will be opening on the left. It's too bad there's no announcements on this. I really think it's time they added it. This is Watford Junction. Please mind the gap leaving the train. And I think it would be cool if they added a St. Albans Abbey line over there as well. This is Watford Junction. Doors opening on the left. No one getting off. It's just amazing. I have no idea how they figure out when to put people on the platforms. But we'll set up for a flyaway here. Get my big head off the screen. We actually have a 4-minute wait. Just speculating here. None of this is probably going to be here when this goes GBR, which is going to be sad. I hate to lose the identity of pretty much all the trains. Everything's going to look the same, except the Pendolino has a different body structure, so that's going to stand out, but everything's going to look the same when they're flying by at 120 miles an hour. I just really wish they could lose this yellow, but I know that's not going to happen. It's just sad. Or am I the only one who is going to hate to see that all change? I don't think I am. Trying to see if I want a high fly out. You know what? I'm always doing low. We'll do a high fly out. Really think that vigilance should not work if the doors are open. Alright, this actually looks different from the last time I was in there. These chairs... No, yeah, it looks good. Looks the same. Yeah, it pretty much looks the same. And I'm stuck. Alright, doors are closing. Two for the guard. And I hit the wrong button. Alright, next stop is Milton Keynes. $30 miles to Milton Keynes. I'm actually going to do this while it's still slow. Okay, we're scheduled at Milton Keynes, 6:09:30. Platform 6. Should get some good tilting action on the way there. If I remember correctly, there should be some good tilting action on the uh, on the Trent Valley line. At least they were in Classic. I don't know about now. I would really love to ride in this cab just once in my lifetime. "27 miles to Milton Keynes, 0.2% gradient up." As we go full beans here. I always noticed there's a rogue AWS magnet, like somewhere around Berkhamsted, that always goes off, but it always follows with a green. So I really do not know what the warning's for. And there it is. "23 miles to Milton Keynes," or as Train Sim Driver calls it, Monkey Nuts. I was really hoping to actually get some sort of a transition from night into day, with it being the first service. But only way that would happen is if I changed it to like March, probably, as opposed to July or June. Get a little bendy action here. Like that. This is Tring. 20 miles to Milton Keynes. Looks like we're scheduled in 15 minutes to be there. On full beans here. If you're enjoying the video, please leave a like, share if you can. Helps other people discover the video as well. Might mean little to you, but it means a lot to me. I really love riding in this thing in real life. I haven't been in any other high-speed trains other than the Avanti West Coast Pendolino. But 17 miles to Milton Keynes. Hopefully by the end of this year, or before the end of this year, I can actually hop on a Caledonian sleeper. I still have not made my plans yet to come out there, but I do have an idea in mind of what I want to do. So I want to start off in Scotland for a couple of days. Most likely Edinburgh. Do some things out there, and on day 3, hop on a Caledonian sleeper and come down south. Do a couple of days in London. Probably head out to Liverpool. I'm hoping to actually catch a LFC match, so I would have to try to coincide with when they're home. So still trying to figure that out as well. There are some other EPL parks that I want to visit, because I don't know if you guys know, I actually have a bucket list, and I'm trying to make it to all of the EPL parks to watch a game at least. And I realize teams get relegated, but I'm looking for all the big ones to start. So I would love to cross it off my bucket list. I have a similar bucket list here in the United States, where I do some of the places that actually have multiple teams in their town. So like, if you know me, I'm from New York, although I don't live there anymore, but New York has multiple teams in different sports. So I would like to, if like a team has, if a state has like, say, 4 teams, that's great. I can pick and choose what time of year I want to go. Like, I can do a football game, and during football season I can probably catch either a basketball game or a hockey match. So I have options there. If it's summertime, football probably is not an option, being that it's more of a winter sport. But you still have some basketball, but then you also have a majority of baseball. So I try to find a good point where I can actually see more than one team. I still have a lot to go, but I've actually also seen a lot. So I've tried to knock out all the local teams that are more closer to my region. So a lot of the East Coast teams I have tried to get to. I have done some of the West Coast teams as well, like out in California, and I don't think I've done Vegas or anything like that, but California has a good portion of teams as well because it's a big state. Texas is another big state, although I've never been. So I like to do stuff like that. Uh, 8.3 miles to Milton Keynes. As we make our way towards Glasgow Central. Service number 1S37, leaving London Euston to Glasgow Central. Next, we are on the Trent Valley line. And we will take that out to Crewe. .1% downhill gradient. We'll hop out again once the DVD goes off. I'd like to get it on this tilt. There we go. But I don't know if we'll get any. There we go. I don't like this camera. I'm always afraid to touch it because I know it's gonna crap out. Number 3 camera's not too bad. I can do stuff like this. Five miles to Milton Keynes. We're just about on time. Just looking at the clock over here. 0.2% downhill gradient. Should be getting a series of yellows in about 2 miles, but I'll probably be step 1 braking close to 2 miles anyway. Just from me riding on this thing, I've noticed the Pendolinos slow down a lot faster than we do on this game when I'm watching other people play. So I try to make it a nice cruising gradient speed reduction, just to imitate what I've seen while riding on this thing. I'm actually going to cut back on the power here. This uphill gradient is actually going to slow us down just enough where I don't have to even hit any brakes until I need to. There's the first yellow. Actually, there's the first warning. But I'm actually going to put step 1 in right now. There's the first double yellow. 1 mile to Milton Keynes. Single yellow. Should be good to the platform. We're at a nice speed. I can adjust this. I can control this. This is Milton Keynes. Doors will be opening on the right. Alright, doors are open. DRA is on. And locking the doors. And getting kicked out. All right, so that was part 1 of our journey on an eventual full run from London Euston to Glasgow Central in the Class 90 Pendolino. Next, we will jump into the same service, but different DLC, as we head into the new Trent Valley DLC in the Class 390 Pendolino. All right, so we'll jump into the Crewe to Milton Keynes DLC. I don't know why it's all the way at the bottom. Timetable, full. Hop back into 390. Service 1S37. Leaving at 6:15. We'll change the weather. Custom with clouds. I love clouds. And if you don't know by now, I hate dynamic weather, because if I wanted it to change, I would change it myself. Custom weather should be the default, in my opinion. But we'll hop into the service, get the cab set up, and continue our journey. All right, so here we are back in Milton Keynes. We'll get the cab set back up. We'll insert the master key again. And reverser in forward. Acknowledge. Series of alarms here. Acknowledge. Acknowledge tasks. Doors are open. Controls back to bright and back to day. All right, scheduled to depart at 6:17. We'll actually set up. Let's get the socials back off. Let's hop outside. Number 8 camera. Set up for a flyaway. We'll kill that. First shots leaving Milton Keynes. Hey Plums, how's it going? Alright, we can get the doors closed. Doors are closing. I'm actually going to pull back a little more. There we go. Alright, 2 for the guard. But you don't hear it. And applying power. That's awesome. I love your videos. What region are you in today? I really do love the way this unit sounds. Rugby is next. Like, there's a lot of people that were complaining about not having the Northampton loop. You just got a 107-mile DLC. Like, what more could you ask for? East Anglia, nice. Is that a 755 you're working with? What unit are you working with? I was thinking about doing a Stansted run. Oh, nice, 40. I was actually thinking about doing a all airport service run, but I don't know. I kind of scrapped it. Actually, there's no one on the platform. Forget I did that. 29 miles to Rugby. Yeah, so I was going to do a run from Heathrow, even though we don't have Heathrow in the game, but I was going to start from the ramp and head back into Paddington. I was going to do a Luton Airport Express run, a Gatwick Express run. I was actually thinking about doing a Garl run, but I don't like the way it looks. That DLC is so outdated, it bothers me so much. And I was going to try to do a Stansted Airport run, but for now I kind of tabled that. Alright, we can get back up to 125 after the TSR. Yeah, you're probably waiting for that Gemma 2, right? I'm waiting for the Gemma 2 as well. Actually, there's a couple of things I'm waiting for. I'm waiting to get my my PBC from TS Controllers as soon as they open that up. I'm waiting for a 710 to get made in Classic, and either that or a 345, which would be cool. I mainly would like the 710 so I can put the proper units on the West Coast Mainline South, as well as on the Goblin line. Yes, exactly. But ATS has their own issues right now, so I'm pretty sure it's not coming out anytime soon. But what would be cool is if they added some more to that Northwest, I forget what the name of it is called, but basically the Manchester Airport to Manchester for TSC. Like, I think that was his second stage in his Northwest build. Not sure how that's going. I was all in on the first part. I was begging for that extension from Preston to Manchester. I was so happy that got made. But yeah, I really do want that 710 or 345. I would like both, but either one will make me happy. I really would like to start playing with that 90. But I still haven't bought it. Until it's fixed, I'm not even going to even look at it. Did I clear the neutral zone yet? I wasn't even paying attention. $22 miles to Rugby. Yeah, I mean, if people are gonna complain about it, just don't buy it. Like, you know, just don't spend your money. That's how I feel now. Part of the good thing about me living in the United States is you guys get all the new stuff before I do. As you can see, I'm playing this now, although this dropped earlier, because I go to work when this is coming out, so I don't get to play it till I come home. and then I have to set up what I want to do with it. And that takes about an hour. And then I got to make sure that my setup is correct. You know, my green screen, my lights, OBS needs all the correct info. So that can take me an hour and a half. Actually, it took me an hour and a half today. Once I got home, ate a little dinner. At the same time, I was setting this up. So killing two birds with one stone. And it still took me an hour and a half. Let's hop out for a little bit. Look at the scenery. Oh, wrong button, sorry. You guys know I like my green. Yeah. I mean, like I said, you don't have to buy it, and I'm totally glad I didn't. So I'm not as upset about it. Eventually, I will buy it. Hopefully, it's patched up by the end of this month, as they said they would. But I won't hold my breath. I'll probably be in London before this thing is fixed. I mean, eventually I will get it, along with the 70. I love the 72. I may do a run in the 70 pretty soon. Right now I'm still trying to finish this Watford Junction to East Croydon scenario with the audio. And it, for all intents and purposes, is done. And it's been done for 2 days. But I ran into an issue and I don't know how to fix it. And the issue is, it's probably something simple too. And it's just, all of my audio is laid down perfectly. I timed everything out. When I'm leaving the station, audio hits right when it's supposed to, where I want it to anyway. Approaching the station, audio hits right where I want it to. And once I am at the station, like, everything is all mapped out. All my trains are leaving when I want it to. Like, I put some time into it. Like, I actually took my laptop with me to work. I mean, I do that every day, but I actually put in, like, and don't tell my bosses or coworkers this, I actually put in like 4 hours of work on this thing, on my laptop. You know, when I'm supposed to be working, I'm actually doing, you know, train some stuff. But I did 2 full runs today. Not in part 1, part 2, which starts in Shepherd's Bush and heads down to East Croydon. The first stage I ran to Clapham Junction, and everything was fine. And then I tried to do the second part of that, and everything was fine until I put in my audio, the WAV files, and it changed my times. Because I don't know how it reads it in the script, but it changed my times because, like, I set the timer to go off at certain points once it's at a certain point, because it has to have an event that plays before it. So when I set those times in, it kind of pushes my my platform times either down, lower than what I wanted to, and then it changes it, and it makes me have longer wait times, and I had to readjust that. And for a minute, I was kind of trying to figure out how to fix that, and then I figured out how to fix that, and I get to East Croydon, and it changed my path to the platform I'm supposed to go, because it's all in real-time trains. So it made me go off of a certain path, go into another track just to come back to the same track that I'm supposed to be at, and I can't change it. So because it's a stopping service, it has express services that take priority, and now the light, the signal that I need to transfer over to the other track is stuck on red. So I can't complete the scenario because it's stuck on red. And like, it's every light, every signal is stuck on red. Going to East Croydon, and on the other side of East Croydon, so the trains coming the opposite way are all stuck trying to get into East Croydon. And it's really bothering me, because other than that, the scenario is done, and I just can't figure out how to do it. And I've been trying to figure out how to force the signal green in the editor, and that's not working for me either. So so part one is done. I just have not uploaded it because I wanted to put them both up at the same time. But this is kind of letting me down, and I really don't know how to fix it. So I made a copy of the scenario, and I'm just gonna play with the copy and experiment with things. One alternative I was thinking of, if it's gonna make me wait, is to the signal that I'm stuck at have like 5 or 6 trains pass me while I'm waiting there, so it kind of looks like it's still active and busy, because, you know, Croydon is a busy-ish platform. The same with Clapham Junction. I try to keep that busy as well, but I'm still trying to figure this out, so I'm still playing with that. I mean, I'll get it. It's just gonna probably take me until Friday to get it into the Trainster community page, and then I can actually go back to focusing on what I really didn't see the 110 drop. All right, acknowledged. I can go back to working on my Windrush line that I was working on before this. But we're 5 miles to Rugby. .1% downhill gradient. We can get back up to 125 in 300 yards. We'll hop out for a little bit. There's a power station somewhere over here that I thought was really cool. Just going off of experience from writing it and playing this game. Or classic anyway. Uh, 3.2 miles to Rugby. Gonna get my last little push in here. Actually, we start coming down here. Step 2 braking. should be approaching the Northampton Loop connection. I believe that's it to the right there. At least that was modeled. Let me see. Yep. Acknowledge. At least they modeled that part. .2 miles to Rugby. Doors will be opening on the left. Just going off of my knowledge of Rugby. Step 2 braking here. As we drop down to 40. Wow, that's tight. .600 yards to Rugby. Divergence to the left. Looks like we have a red at the end of the platform. Alright, this is Rugby. We'll put DRA on. Doors opening on the left. And the screen. Thanks for nothing. Set up for a flyway. As we made good time. That looks cool. We'll do that. Doors are closing. Two for the guard, but you don't hear it. Socials off the screen. Ticker off the screen. Applying power. And we'll give her a little toot toot. All right, next stop is Crewe. Full beams here. I really hate this camera. I don't know why I keep using it. Honestly, I don't think I've seen much traffic on this run. Would have thought it would be busier. I mean, I get it's 6:42 in the morning, but I figured I'd see some freight on this. I realize I don't have the 90, but the 66 should still run on this. And hopefully the 70 in the future, especially since it's being made by All Aboard. I don't think I've seen any local service either. I hate driving alone. I may do this run all over and just create my own scenario. I was really hoping I didn't have to do that, but looks like I might have to. $63 miles to Crewe. Is Birmingham Crewe done by All Aboard as well? Is that correct? Am I correct on that? All right, so what would make this, well, not this DLC because it's big enough already. What would make the Birmingham Crewe DLC even better? Would be if they did an extension to more towards this DLC, but like have it stop at, and I don't think I've seen it on the Birmingham Crewe DLC, is Birmingham International on it, because I believe there's a couple of stations between Birmingham and the Trent Valley that they can actually add to it. Like, I mean, another cool idea would be if like the Tim's branches, like if they had like a little branch DLC, since they want to do the smaller DLCs because they say that's what everybody wants, not me included, because I love long ones. But if they did a, yeah, exactly. Because honestly, I think that's gonna hit, man. I think people are gonna like it. I know I'm all in on doing something outside the box, and that's definitely outside the box. No one's thought of that. Like, set your own path, be original, and I think that is a great idea, and I can't wait for it to come out because I'm gonna buy that day one, just for the originality alone. Oh, I know that bridge we just passed. That plus the Richmond extension. And he's still got more stuff to do with the Mount Main line. Like, he's still got to connect it to Clapham Junction. Like, he can make that a branch line too. Like he has an option with that as well. You know, you still got like 5 stations to connect to Clapham Junction. What's that? Shepherd's Bush. I forget what the next station is, but then you got West Brompton, Imperial Wharf, and Clapham Junction. Yeah, and he can actually connect that to the main, the West Coast main line. Like, not just the Mount Main. Like, you could probably route hop off of the West Coast main line as well, south. I don't know, because he's got the Thames Valley branches. I'm pretty sure he's got other things in the works. He sounds like a really smart guy. And I think he was actually going to school for it at the same time. I think that's what Matt Peddleson said. But I'm looking forward to it. Now my question would be, when we get the Richmond extension, what underground stock are we going to be able to use on that? Like, it would be cool if, like, he did something like they did with the Great Western Remaster, where they gave us a D stock for the underground service. On Classic, you know, we have the Metropolitan S7 stock that we could throw in there, and I've done it already. I would love to have a 72 stock in Classic as well, just for the accuracy. You know, because I'm using the Metropolitan Underground stock on the West Coast Mainline South for all my scenarios, obviously, because we don't have anything else. But that would be interesting. Or will he do it like he did with the Stratford part? Yeah, it's too bad that's not playable. The part in Stratford. Come on, drop. There we go. But I love looking at the traffic in Stratford. Got some great Anglia services, obviously AI, but you got your 345s, Elizabeth lines, which I really wish we could play. I really, really, really wish someone would actually get that done. So I think an Elizabeth line would actually hit on this game. Pretty soon I'm gonna have to clear storage because my load up is way too long now. Uh, 50 miles to Crewe. Yeah, ECML, a little SWML. I've said it before, I really do wish we could leave from Waterloo in this game. But if you do that, you have to give us a 450 or a 444. And give us multiple variants too. Like give us an old school and the new school, maybe a trainbow. 455 would be nice. I don't think they're gonna do all this. I'm just saying what I would like. But yeah, I mean, so many ways they could go. But it just feels like Dovetail does not want to do any work anymore. Yeah, I could go for a C2C as well. Give me a 357 so I can put it on the Goblin. Like I would love to see the proper trains at Barking. I would love to see the proper trains at Barking. Give me a Shoeburyness line. I think that would hit as well. Give me a line out to at least like Weymouth. Yeah, any type of the zeros. You can still throw a Voyager on that. Give me some freight. I would do more freight if there was a 70 in this game. I really would. So I'm looking forward to it. I like the 70s. It's actually American. That's not why I like it, but I think the 70s are, is that General Electric? Who makes those? But I do like the 70s. Don't see it enough in Classic anyway. Yeah, it's GE. Yeah, alright. I'm not going crazy. I would not mind a 73 as well. I did have a chance to drive the Alan Thompson version with the Caledonia skin. It was pretty cool. It was a little rough, but it was pretty cool. The buttons didn't track. Yeah, the /9. The buttons didn't track, so I had to actually use the mouse to control it, but it was still pretty cool to drive for like 15 feet. Yeah, I used the Class 66 GBRF Caledonia skin, and it was being powered by the 73/9, leaving from Fort Williams, excuse me. I actually enjoyed that run leaving Fort William. I believe I left at 7 p.m. from Fort William, and it was probably 2 or 3 hours before I actually made it to Edinburgh, and it was still light out at like 10 p.m., which was really odd to me. But the sun sets a lot differently in Scotland than it does here, obviously. So there was a lot more daylight, which I thought was pretty cool because I had the mist on, the haze, and it made it look really, really good. 40 miles to Crewe. Yeah, I might use that unit again sometime soon. Or maybe I'll do like a an old school days run towards Gatwick Airport. Was that an intercity skin when they were using those? I don't know. There's so much I want to do, and then I do something and I forget about what else I wanted to do, and then like months later I'm like, oh wait, I want to try to do this. Yeah. I actually have no idea where we are in this on this run. I'm not paying attention to the stations at all. Uh, 7 miles to Crewe. Well, I know we're not that close to Stafford yet, because I believe it drops down to 2 tracks, if I remember correctly. Yeah, I may set that up. Uh, 36 miles of Crewe. While I try to figure out where we are. I don't want to jump in the map. Yeah, that's cool. Like I would look that up. Like I actually had to go to Chat GPT to find a route code for the Watford Junction to East Croydon, because real-time trains wouldn't give it to me. they would just give me the times, and I'm like, I can't do a scenario with just the time. I need the route code. The head code for that, they pretty much told me there's only a couple, like 2013, 2K, something like that, depending on which way you're going. And real-time trains wouldn't give me that. But I'm glad I actually wrote that into ChatGPT. $32 miles to Crewe. I don't know, Southwestern was supposed to be making that book with the manuals. Yeah, that would be cool. I mean, I'm not much of a reader, but that would be something I would be interested in. Yeah, that would definitely be something I'm interested in. Yeah, when I played this route on Classic, there was a lot more freight in here. It's not expensive. I'll look that up. I thought the Class 37 was supposed to be on here. I have the ROG. We're actually getting close to Stafford here. Dropping down. Definitely going over speed here. No, I might make it. No, I'm not going to make it. Just didn't make it. Definitely not making that one. All right, on approach to Stafford. Not really a lot going on over here. Looks like they're building something over there. Go away, dude. You've been blocked. $27 miles to Crewe. That's the name of the book, Southern Electric. That is some good bend right there. Thought I was on a computer. I hit F12 like I was on Steam. Do they have a Facebook page? Like, I would check that out. Line speed drops to 85 here. I don't know. The main thing I want right now is my controller. Just waiting for them to open it up. Yeah, I'll check it out. TS controllers told me that they were going to open it up in May, and it's now June. And then I mentioned it again, and he was like, it should be sometime this month. I'm like I'm tired of waiting. Like, I'm ready to give you my money. Just get this done already. So we finally passed Stafford. Going full beans here. Line speed's 110, but it jumps to 125 and 500 yards. God, this camera is horrible, man. Number 2 camera used to be one of my favorites. In 5, it was good. I don't know about now. 23 miles to Crewe. I kind of wish this has a passenger's camera as well, like Classic does, but it doesn't. I mean, it's cool you can fly into the passengers' cabs, but it's kind of hard to do that when you're driving 125 miles an hour. I'm gonna check it out. There's probably more groups like that as well. Like, not just in the southern region, but it's probably a Midwestern group, a northern group. A little TFW action. Definitely gonna get penalized. No. Got distracted by the, is that a 150? Honestly, didn't know it came this far down. Which pacer? Speaking of pacers, that's another thing I want to do when I go back out there. Um, and I was talking to a Maze Taze about this before. I want to hit the railway museum. I think when I wanted to go last time, it was you had to make a reservation, and I totally didn't even think about it, so I never went. But after talking to a Maze Taze, I probably still could have gone. So I want to try to get that in at some point too, when I get out there. Like last year, I was looking at this. There was an exhibit in Birmingham, and I think they do it every year. And it was all model train builds. I thought that was pretty cool. It might have been around April-ish when it was being held. I don't know about this year, but that was last year, and I thought that was pretty cool. Like I saw some of the videos that they were putting up. The people were putting up their own videos with their builds and everything, and there was this really, really, really good one that was off of the Southwest Main Line, and it had like accurate 450s and had some really cool looking GWR IETs, and I'm not sure if he had an actual Riviera sleeper on it. I might have seen that somewhere else, but I think stuff like that is really cool. I just don't have the space for it or the patience to build something like that, because these guys go hunting for like specific stuff that they want to put on their things, and it takes years to fully put these builds together. If I even attempted to try to do that, I think my girlfriend would stab me. Because that would take so much time away, even more time away, because playing with trains and all this other stuff takes enough time away, and streaming as well. So I don't think I can add another hobby and still be alive. Because I really think she would stab me. Yeah, I mean, if you have your own 3D printer, that can work as well. But those can cost money too. Right now, this is just a hobby. It's not like I'm making money off of it. It's an expensive hobby because I like toys, so. mean, with like, you know, Father's Day comes around and birthday and, you know, stuff where acknowledgement is to be had. Um, I'm always asked what I would like, and I go, you could just give me money. I'll put it towards like Steam or something. Um, so that's how I get most of my stuff actually. Like I just say give me money and I'll put it to good use, like to a controller or some DLCs on a Steam sale. So that way it's not too uh, pocket hurting for me. Although this DLC I really did want, so I just didn't even care. This is almost 50 American dollars, man. That is a lot of money. Is that on YouTube or does he have like a Facebook page? 8 miles to Crewe. See, I like watching stuff like that. I just can't do it personally. When I was younger, I actually attempted to make a I actually attempted to build a stadium out of balsa wood. You know, like I would go to the hobby store and get the fake grass and little trees and all that other good stuff and just build stuff. And I was working with one of those like those little sculpture knives or whatever. And oh look, there's an 80, is that an 805? I don't know, it looked like it was broken. So I was working with like a little sculpture knife and I was trying to carve something and I literally sliced my thumb in half. Wow. Is that the same train? Like, what is going on with those Hitachis just sitting there? So I literally sliced my thumb in half. And when it healed, like it totally changed my fingerprint. Like you could see the line in my thumb because I sliced it in half. Like I wish I could just show you in the camera, but the lighting is not going to do any justice to seeing it. Actually, I'm going to attempt to do it. Let me see. 4.6 miles. I'm not speeding. 2 miles to a 110. Knowledge DVD. All right, I'm going to pop the camera up. Yeah, so like I don't know if you can see it, but I kind of sliced, like it's at the top there, like if you can see like a line going down like that. I don't know if you can see it. It's kind of weird. This is just weird, but I'm trying to show you. And it just changed. It changed my fingerprint. Like you could just see it. Like the normal fingerprints have the round patterns or whatever, and then in the middle of the thumb, it's the round pattern, and then it just a line that goes straight from the top where the nail is to like almost a quarter of the way down on the thumb. Yeah, it was very painful. I thought I was gonna have to get my thumb chopped off. Like I didn't know if it was gonna get infected or what, but it grew back. Like I had to like kind of tape it so like it stayed closed, so it could try to heal itself. And I'm not paying attention. I'm gonna almost full break here because I believe that was a single yellow. But yeah, like so at that point I was just like I'm not gonna do this anymore. 'Cause I'm gonna kill myself. But yeah, I mean, it was fun. The thought process was there. I just I just couldn't finish it. 1.8 miles to Crewe. I couldn't see if that was a signal. It would really suck if I spat coming up on it. I think I see the signal down there. But yeah, that's why I stopped doing that. And on top of that, it was taking up a lot of space trying to build it. Being held at a red. DRA is popping on. I've seen some people build buildings with like toothpicks and Elmer's glue. That takes dedication as well. I don't have the patience for that. Like, it's just too much to do to, you know. Although it looks cool when it's done, like to actually sit there and take the smallest piece of wood you can find and get a thin layer of glue and trying to put it there, and I don't have the patience for that. That's why I played sports. You can try popsicle sticks. Those are bigger and it'll take less time to build something. If you go to like a hobby shop, I don't know if they have a lot of those out there, but if you go to like a hobby shop, they kind of sell them in bulk in like a big box. Um, I don't think they're too expensive either. Like the wood they use for that is not the greatest. I kind of feel like the vigilance should not go off if the DRA is on. Hello, Signaler. Alright, just making sure you don't forget about me. Yeah, if I put it in neutral, it's gonna do that thing where it goes psh. I don't know if that's gonna mess with the TAS or anything. I don't remember on the 390. In Classic, I definitely would have put it in neutral. You know what? Let's try it. Awesome. Cool. All right. Always learning something new. Yeah, when it goes to the whole setup with the alarms, the second you open the door, it makes that like blast of air noise. I think they forgot about me. I think they forgot about me. On classic or just in general? Yeah, dude, what's going on, man? I actually want to see what's going on. He stopped at a signal. This guy looks like he's broken down. It says he's moving, but it doesn't look like he's moving. I'm removing him. This is crazy. He's still not moving. There we go. Actually, I gotta take you off. Dude. Guess what I forgot? There we go. That was it. I've got more trains breaking down since the update. All right, 1 mile to Crewe. Oh, 10 instead of 2? Oh, God. Oh, balls. Oh, God. Well, that sucks. That's actually all I've had planned for today. But let's hop into the rundown as we jump back to Stratford. So today was all about All Aboard Studios, Trent Valley Line. I attempted to do a full run, well, a piece of a full run of the 1S37 service from London Euston to Glasgow, going as far as Crewe. We started off in the West Coast Main Line South and hopped into the Trent Valley Line as well in the Class 390. Obviously, we did not finish it, and I'm a little buggered about not finishing this. But it is what it is. I don't know. I'll probably attempt to finish this on the weekend if I jump back into the Trent Valley on Saturday. But who knows? But that is our rundown for the day. That's actually going to do it for me today, guys. I hope you guys had fun. This was a quickie. I actually worked today, and it is now almost 12 p.m. So I've been up for, what, since 6 o'clock this morning? That's pretty long. I think that's pretty long. But that's actually going to do it for me today, guys. I will talk to you guys again probably Saturday. I may do some more truck simming stuff between tomorrow and Friday. I'm not going to stream it though. I'll probably just make a video or whatever just to get back into it. But I will see you guys later. Until then, take care. See you later.